Welcome in live to Game 2 of today's doubleheader, and Game 2 of this weekend between two very good teams. The Loyola Wolfpack, the number 5 team in the country, taking on Stillman, who I assume will also still soon be ranked. They're just outside the top 25. They're 6-1 on the season. They're only lost last night against this Wolfpack team that has been a force early on in the season through the NAIA. They've had 4 games canceled or postponed, but in the games that they have played, they have dominated. A 9-1 record overall, 4-1 in the conference. Conference play started for them just last week. They lost to William Carey, but so far that's been it. They beat Blue Mountain twice, beat Mobile once, and they're looking for their second win against Stillman here. Jump ball early on, and it goes Stillman's way. Yesterday was a pretty fun one. Stillman coming in at 6-1 on the season, 5-1 in the conference. Most of their games obviously have been conference games, or it's the other way around for the Wolfpack, both on the men's and women's sides. Yesterday, the Wolfpack were led by 4 double-figure scorers. There's back-to-back turnovers, 1 on each team. No scores yet. Starters for the Wolfpack: Tim Cameron, Andrew Fava, Miles Burns, Zach Reitzel, and Terry Smith, TJ Smith Jr. Burns, layup, no. On the other side, 2 big scorers are the guards, number 2 and 3, Devin Merriweather, Trey Petty, and another guy you got to worry about, EJ Galloway, number 5. He's a big, but he could shoot. The other 2 can shoot as well. 20 points apiece for Merriweather and Petty. Burns, 3-pointer, spot up, good. It's an area where Miles doesn't often participate, but he can hit a 3 or 2 every game. How about Andrew Fava on the steal and draws the foul on Merriweather? And the foul game could be huge here. Trey Petty ended up with 4 yesterday. Had most of his points in the first half before a second half performance that really the Wolfpack did a good job preventing him from getting his shots off. Tim Cameron slipped a little bit, and it'd be a foul, or a turnover rather, on Andrew Fava. Slippery ball. Tim Cameron gets the start. He started every game this week. They played on the road at Mobile on Tuesday. A few Tuesday games this year. As that shot put up, missed. Galloway. Good job, Fava, getting out of the triple team. Burns, Tim Cameron. Fava's gonna get it back to Burns. How about a turn-away shot? It is good. Good find. Miles Burns up against Virgil Fields on the defense. And this Stillman team's not going to allow many layups. You got to get a few 3s to go against them if you want to space out the offense. One of the better both defensive and offensive teams in the country. Came into this game, or this doubleheader weekend, only allowing 27% of 3s for opposing teams. Reitzel all the way to the basket, good. Now Merriweather all the way, he gives it up to Petty, and he missed. But it was put back in on a little bit of a lucky play from EJ Galloway. Galloway, a 6'8" senior from Jackson, Mississippi. Only had 4 points yesterday. He's eclipsed that total today already. Cameron, layup is good. Another find. Andrew Fava's got 2 assists early on. Merriweather slipped. Fava tried to poke it out, but he just a little too late on that one. Loyola an early 9-5 lead. A lot of steps from Fields. He missed a layup, missed another layup, and a slip. We hope that Miles Burns is okay over there. Seems to be. Hits the floor about 5 or 6 times a game, probably. It's the first foul on Miles Burns. Could have been called a trip, but it wasn't. Miles has to stay out of foul trouble. He only had 2 yesterday. Zach Reitzel had 4, and he was out for a majority of that second half. That shot missed, and a personal foul. This one's going to be on Fields. Number 11 picks up his first. Transfer from East Georgia State College. While he may not be a three-point shooter, he can certainly put up some points. Had 9 yesterday. Reitzel to Fava, three-pointer. He's not going to get open for many of those. He's probably surprised he was that open. That's why he missed. He'll head the other way. A rare miss for Andrew Fava, who's shooting right above 40% on his three-pointers, about 42. That's a block. Good job, TJ Smith. And didn't matter. Ended up in a jump shot. It was good by Merriweather. Mentioned it earlier, at 20 points yesterday. He made 9 shots. No threes. Smith, mid-range. Good. Oh. See what happened to Miles Burns here. He went up. Oh, he braced himself on the fall. So you hope his wrist is okay. That's usually what gets injured there. And he's walking across the floor. Seems to be fine. Didn't even have to go up for the offensive board as it was a swish from Smith. There's Fields holding the ball. He can handle it a little bit, despite being a 6'7" forward. It's a miss from Ladarius Carter. Burns eventually got it away to Fava. Slippery ball here. Tim Cameron, three-pointer. Good. An early 3 assists for Andrew Fava. And there's a foul on Cameron. And a substitution. A little more shooting on the floor. This is an interesting lineup. Zach Reitzel essentially playing power forward. Him and TJ Smith interchanging as the big men. Tim Cameron, Andrew Fava, and Tinsley Aldridge in there. Aldridge led the team in points yesterday. Actually in the last 2 games. He had 17 at Mobile on Tuesday, 19 last night. As that shot missed, and a foul, it'll stay here. It's the first foul on Aldridge. Ended up with 2 fouls yesterday. No one was really in foul trouble except for Reitzel and Eddie Burgess, who had 3. As that shot, it's a 3. Good by Trey Petty. Makes it 14-10. Loyola had a pretty good early lead. And it's cut down there. Reitzel, hop, skip, and a layup, and in 1. It was Ladarius Carter in front of him. He liked the matchup. Went up for the layup. And got the foul. It's the first one on Carter. And that one's good. Zach Reitzel went to the line a few times yesterday. He had the most free throws of anyone on the court. 6 for 7 from the line. The three-point free throw shooting a little better than normal. As that one is good. E.J. Galloway has surpassed his point total by a lot. He's already got 7. Wasn't really a factor yesterday, I think. Looks like the Wolfpack are letting the bigs try to beat Loyola instead of the 2 guards like what happened yesterday. And Aldridge tried to draw a foul there, nothing. That's a steal. No, it was recovered, and it's going to be a timeout call by Stillman. Wolfpack just can't get a handle on the ball, but surprisingly they have the lead, 17-12. And surprisingly only 2 turnovers. They're shooting the lights out, 78% early on. They're 7 of 9 from the floor. And the only free throw they've had has gone in by Zach Reitzel. We'll take a quick break. First timeout. And we'll be back from the den. No substitutions for either side as we're back on the floor. Last night only 7 players saw playtime for Loyola. Not sure if that'll stay the same here. As that one was an offensive board. E.J. Galloway got the offensive rebound, and his hustle early on is paying dividends for the Stillman team. Got 3 rebounds rather. 7 points. 3-pointer goes swish through the net. Trey Petty. And he's the guy you got to stop. He was 4 of 10 on his 3-pointers yesterday. 40%. Anyone will take that. TJ Smith has a mismatch down low, but he missed it over Merriweather. Almost a steal from Cameron. Galloway 3, good, and he's not a guy who you worry about beyond the arc, but he's hitting everything early. 10 points for E.J. Galloway. He was only shooting 23% before this game. He'll raise that percentage a little bit as the personal foul is called. Goes on Galloway. It's his first. Stillman took a lead temporarily. We'll see if Tim Cameron, one of the better free throw shooters in the country, can regain the lead for Loyola. Misses the first one. I think I jinxed him there. He's an 89% free throw shooter coming into this game. 32 for 36. Second one, good. And we have a tie ball game. 6 points for Tim Cameron. He has the early lead on Wolfpack points. A few guys with 5. Galloway thought about a 3. Zach Reitzel came up to guard him. Now Fields gets to the basket. Missed it, though. But it was put in by who else? E.J. Galloway. Only averaging 3 points a game coming into this. Doesn't matter. Smith missed it. And it goes out of bounds. Miles Burns tried his best to retain that rebound. 11:21 on the game clock. First media timeout of the game, 20-18. We'll take a break. We'll be back on the Wolfpack Network. The SSAC Game of the Week. Back at the den. Same five on the floor. Other than Derek Finkley, who came in for Stillman. That should have been a jump ball. Instead, it's going to be a foul and one on Fava. He picks up his first foul. Eddie Burgess into the game for the Wolfpack. Smith out. So Ladarius Carter came out for Stillman. Smith out for the Wolfpack. Fava also out as Aldrich comes back in. Free throws go in for Finkley. An early 5-point lead for Stillman. We've had a few runs here. Stillman certainly on one right now. 17-12 now, 23-18. Aldridge three, no. Patella was short out of his hands, and Burgess, they're going to call it jump ball. Cameron to Reitzel. He's going to drive, spin move, puts it up. Won't go, but a foul. It's already 5 team fouls on Stillman as Trey Petty picks up his first. Reitzel, a junior from Prosper, Texas. Already etching his names in the Loyola record books. His 17th all-time in points scored for the Wolfpack. Right now he's only got 5. I'm sure that'll change. Make it 6. Reitzel's 2 of 3 at the line in this game so far. And free throws, certainly an area where the Wolfpack want to do well. Hasn't always been their strong suit. But they draw enough fouls where it can become an advantage. As that one's poked out of bounds, off of Stillman. 23-19. Loyola with a chance to cut it down to just 1 here if they make a 3. That was good defense there. Ladarius Carter. And a 3-pointer, good from Carter. 26-19. Stillman's kind of come out and punched Loyola in the throat. See how they respond. Reitzel, layup missed. I'm sure he wants a few of those to go. He's gotten a few opportunities. He'll take 2 free throws instead. It's going to be the second foul on Virgil Fields, who is not having the best game. 0 for 4 from the field, 2 fouls. Reitzel good on the first free throw. And good on the second. 5-point lead for Stillman, just under 10 minutes on the game clock. 8 points for Reitzel. There's Fields on the outside. He's going to take a mid-range shot, and that was way off. A little bit strong. Tim Cameron coming down the floor. He's going to look to clean up the turnovers from yesterday. He had 7. Aldridge 3, no. And an over-the-back foul on Eddie Burgess. It's the first foul on Burgess, who had 3 yesterday. He picked up 2 in short succession. Fields checks out of the game. Roger Davis, backup big, number 23, checks in. Finkley drives, layup miss, tip-in layup miss, second tip-in good, and it's the offensive rebounding that was usually an advantage for Loyola. Now Stillman's taking a page out of the Wolfpack's book. Burgess down low, missed it. There's some of the offensive rebounding that we've seen from this Loyola team that has been absent. They only had 1 offensive board before that. Now 1-and-1 coming up for, should be Miles Burns. He was walking to the other end of the floor like he didn't want to shoot him. Miles averaging the 3rd most points on the team, 13 a game, 60% free throw shooter, and he misses the first one. So Stillman looking to extend their lead. It's already 7. Now Loyola trailed at halftime yesterday. They can come back. I'm sure they'd prefer to not be trailing at halftime again. Cameron drives. Aldridge wanted it. It's going to be another jump ball, and Stillman's going to take possession. So far, all the energy has belonged to the visitors. And this is the type of team I thought I would see yesterday. They're very energetic before games and warm-ups. Some of that energy showing right now. 5 turnovers for Loyola. And the real energy stat, the 9 offensive rebounds for Stillman. As a foul is called, I think that's Aldridge, and that's his 2nd. You'd be surprised to see him check out. Nope, he'll stay in. Coach Oliver sticking with his lineups. Wolfpack have a few more players available, but maybe with rust, as an offensive foul is called. This is going to be on Finkley, his first. Yeah, a few players were out yesterday for the Wolfpack. Everyone seems to be on the bench, almost everyone. If the Wolfpack had to dive into that bench a little bit. TJ Smith, he's hitting some jump shots in this game. Without that, I don't know where we would be. That's a three, missed. Reitzel almost had the board. Instead, it'll be a block for Burns. Roger Davis had the offensive board. That's number 10 for Stillman. They've out-rebounded Loyola. They have more offensive rebounds than Loyola has total. And that's not something you can normally say. It's the best rebounding team, the best offensive rebounding team. As that one misses, Loyola's getting a few breaks here. They got to take advantage. Burns drives and blocking foul. This should be free throws, as Tobias Brand, number 0, was, I think he was inside the restricted circle. Miles Burns looking for redemption at the free throw line. And he'll get it on the first shot. He missed his first free throw attempt earlier on the 1-and-1. Now the Wolfpack will be shooting 2 on any foul for the next 7 minutes. They're in the double bonus. 2 good free throws from Burns. Cuts it to a 3-point advantage for Stillman. Davis turns it over. Burns with the steal. And what can they do here? Aldridge thinking about a 3. He's going to take it. He's going to miss it. It was early in the shot clock, but I mean, you got to take the open 3 when it's there. 3, Carter, good. And that's a 5-point swing. 31-25 now. Stillman back out in front by a comfortable margin. Cameron clears out the right side. Reitzel gets the screen. Cameron's open for 3. Didn't take it. Takes a tough layup instead, and he missed it. Was calling for a foul. Wasn't called. We're going to have the media timeout soon, and looks like Loyola's going to need it. 3-pointer in for Davis, and there's the timeout. Not the media. Coach Hollowell wanted to call it, as things were getting a little out of control. 34-25, Stillman on top. We'll be back from the 10. See if the Wolfpack can regain momentum. Back at the den, Loyola with the ball. We're looking to make something out of the last 6 minutes of the first half. Smith drives, puts it up, short. Tough shot, as Stillman's defense playing very well right now. Loyola shooting just above 40%, but they have not made much Only one shot since about 11-minute mark. Smith got that board. Offensive foul. And you can tell these players are frustrated. Tim Cameron picks up his second. Cameron's going to check out for Andrew Fava. Last night's second half run was sparked by Fava, so we're going to see if after the media timeout he can maybe be a spark plug again, give a few more points to this team, which is desperate for a few. We'll be back in just a bit. 5:18 left in the first half, 34-25 Stillman. Nine-point lead for Stillman. .5:18 left in the first half. Still, obviously, a lot of time left in this game. Well, Loyola has to prevent their opponents from making it even worse of a deficit. And Zach Reitzel's doing his part. Got the block there and the rebound. Wolfpack are going to slow it down here. One thing I think we saw last night that so far is not there is the ball movement. Daring TJ Smith to shoot. He didn't. Ball goes off his foot and out of bounds. Only 3 seconds left on the shot clock, so he wasn't able to do much anyway. Finkley spin move. He's going to drive. Get it blocked again by Reitzel. But an easy layup behind Reitzel. Nobody closed out on Brand. He got the layup to go. Reitzel, Aldridge, corner three. No good. Behind him was Smith, and he's going to get called for the loose ball foul. Nothing going Loyola's way. These things go from bad to worse. First foul on Smith. And here's our first sub that wasn't played last night. Zach Muller's coming in for Aldridge, who has not been able to buy a bucket. He had 5 threes last night, but he can't find the shooting stroke tonight. Derek Finkley at the line. He made the first. Barely. Took about 4 hops around the rim. Second shot, a lot easier than the first for Finkley, who ended up with 10 points last night. Right now he has 5. Burns drives, gives it to the corner to Reitzel. Nothing there. And another miss. How about Zach Muller on the board? Burns, mid-range, air ball. And the shooting percentage continues to plummet. Three-pointer, Finkley. Nothing but net. Stillman with a 16-point lead. Wolfpack haven't scored in a while. Reitzel under the basket, got fouled and wasn't called. He fell to the floor. And Zach Muller doing his best on defense. Stillman able to get away. Three-pointer, Roger Davis. That goes in. Stillman putting on a shooting clinic. Nine for 14. Right around 65% three-point shooting for the visiting Tigers. And we're going to take a break. Another timeout from Loyola. We'll be back in just a bit. 2:55 on the game clock. Well, this one's going to be hard to come back from. 44-25 is the score early in this game. Still the first half. Feels like this first half has lasted a long time. 3 minutes to go. And as Reitzel gets free, Fava got the pass was going to him, it got tipped. Reitzel's going to get that basket almost in. And Zach, none of his shots have counted because he's gotten fouled in every one of them. He's 4 of 5 from the line. 2 of 4 from the field. And the first free throw goes in. He's got a lot of practice there tonight. 10 team fouls on Stillman. But nobody really in foul trouble. Second shot, no good, and Zach Muller pushed off. Everybody on Loyola has a foul except for Zach Reitzel. And loose ball foul means it's going to be another 1-and-1 for Stillman. This is Tomias Brand, number 0. Pretty decent shooter, I would say. He makes the first free throw. He's only 3 for 4 at the line. He doesn't get many opportunities, but 9 of 14 on three-pointers coming into this series. 64%. Three-pointer Cameron. Got to take some of those if you ever want to come back in this game, but it was a short possession, ended just as quickly. Good steal, Cameron. Gets it over to Reitzel, and one. And that's what you're going to need, fouls and buckets. Started off with the steal near Coach Hollowell. And it wasn't really a necessary foul from Merriweather. I guess he was going for the ball, but he didn't get it. 11 points for Reitzel. Second foul on Merriweather, who only has 2 points. Had a much better first half yesterday. Reitzel misses the free throw. Wolfpack are going for shooting. Matt Matura's in the game as Smith missed. Reitzel with the board, and they're running. Muller. Layup is good and one. Another old-fashioned three-point play opportunity. A little dump-off pass to Muller, who got fouled. And yes, that is a foul, Tobias Brand. I know nobody ever thinks they foul. It'll be one free throw coming up for Zach Muller. An 82% free throw shooter this year. He was 9 for 11 coming into this series. And free throw goes in. Loyola slowly, gradually clawing their way back. 45-31. Still a long way to go. As Smith gets called for a foul. It's going to be the second foul on TJ Smith. And 2 free throws coming up for Roger Davis. Not having the best shooting year, but in this game, anything can happen. He was 0 for 7 for three-pointers. Hit his first one a few minutes ago. On free throws, he's never had an opportunity this year before tonight. But he makes both at the line, stretches the lead back out to 16 points. 10 points for Roger Davis. Fava, 3, long one, no. The board goes to E.J. Galloway, number 5. It was a struggle for the rebound down there, but Stillman came up with it. Every 50-50 ball seems to be going their way tonight. Three-pointer Galloway, he has not cooled off. 15 points for the senior forward from Jackson, Mississippi. Amatora, the ball was through his hands and out of bounds. Wolfpack are 2 of 10 from beyond the arc. And you're not going to win many games with that kind of percentage, while the other team is shooting 67%. They've made 10 of their 15 threes. Three-pointer, guess who? Galloway missed it that time. Muller gets the rebound and they're running. Three-pointer, Fava in the corner, good that time. He needed to see that one go in. 16-point lead. Arius Carter closing out, but wasn't quick enough. Shot clock's turned off. It'll be the last shot of the first half for Stillman. Merriweather almost got it poked away. Instead, he'll get a high off the glass layup. And that is how the half will end. An 18-point advantage for Stillman heading into halftime. Zach Reitzel had 11 points, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, but it wasn't enough. 2 players already in double figures for Stillman. They put up 52 points. And Loyola has a long way to come back in the second half. We'll see if they do it. 20-minute break, or 15-minute break. We'll be back from the den with after halftime. And we'll see what happens. Welcome back to the Gen. I'm Jason Quigley. And everyone here is hoping that the Wolfpack can put together some points. Not going to get it there. Andrew Fava missed a three. Tim Cameron, he's going to drive. And a basket is good by Miles Burns. Hey, every point adds up. Fava and Cameron join Burns, Reitzel, and TJ Smith, the starters. On the other side, the same starters as well. Darren Merriweather, Trey Petty, Ladarius Carter, Virgil Fields, and EJ Galloway. A 16-point lead for Stillman, who lost last night, but they cannot miss right now. Carter, he did miss. And it's Wolfpack ball. In the first half, Stillman was 10 for 16 beyond the arc. Carter had 2 of those. EJ Galloway, 3 for 6. He had 15 points to lead all scorers. Roger Davis on the bench. He came up with 2 threes. He hadn't made any before today this season. He has 10 points. Cameron, a long 3, missed. And a foul on, I think it's TJ Smith. He will pick up number 3. That one's poked away. Tim Cameron not able to get to it. Galloway comes for the screen. Cameron ran into it, but it was poked away. Stillman retains possession. Wolfpack pretty much have to be perfect over the next 18 minutes to come back in this one. But Stillman, one of the top teams in the country as well, they were undefeated coming into last night's game. And they're not going to let up easily. Fava got open. Now Burns drives, puts up the tough shot. Got it to go. Back to a 16-point deficit. And another 3. Galloway missed it, so maybe the shooting luck has run out as Burns fell to the floor and a timeout is called. Thank you, Zach Reitzel. Loyola's used a lot of timeouts. They're only going to have 3 for the rest of the contest. We're going to take it with them. 54-38. We'll be back on the Wolfpack Network from the Den. Same 5 stay on the floor for the Pack. And it's Cameron going to bring the ball down. He's going to drive, and the ball looked like almost a jump. It'll be a foul. And that is on Virgil Fields. It's his 3rd. A few members of this Stillman team in a bit of foul trouble. Reitzel got blocked. EJ Galloway having himself a game. Merriweather lost it, but it was brought back and blocked again. Now they're going to call a foul. I was struggling to see who that was on. Zach Reitzel picks up his first. As Fields checks out of the game, Derek Finkley, number 14, checks in. He's got 8 points. He made a 3 earlier. Pretty much everyone who's out there has made a 3 at some point in this game. Finkley drives, puts up the shot, and it missed. But the offensive board and put back from Trey Petty. Despite being only 6'2", he leads the team in total rebounds, 8.5 a game. And Stillman's running the other way. It'll be nothing yet. They'll reset the offense. And he was pretty much able to drive and get an easy bucket. I think the referee just called a warning on the Stillman bench. They could get a technical soon if they keep it up. TJ Smith missed. Burns on the rebound attempt, but he didn't get it. Aldridge into the game for Burns. A little more shooting. Although nobody's been able to connect from deep. Tim Cameron, Burns, and Fava each have 1 3-pointer. Finkley's going to drive. Got it blocked by Reitzel. He has 3 blocks. Miles Burns had 3 last night, going along with 3 steals. 20-point lead for Stillman. 15 minutes on the game clock and a foul on, I believe, Tinsley Aldridge. That's going to be 3 fouls on Aldridge. As Trey Petty steps up to the line, he'll be shooting 2 shots. As well as being the team's leading rebounder, he's the team's leading scorer. Not in this game, of course, because E.J. Galloway decided to walk into this building on fire. 17 points now for Galloway. Trey Petty could get into double figures with this free throw. And he does. 10 points for Petty. He hasn't missed any threes yet. 2 for 2 from beyond the arc. He's a 45% three-point shooter. Here's Reitzel. He was open. And he gets ahead of steam, going to the basket, and 1. Nice play from Zach Reitzel. He had an open lane, and it's going to be, I think, Galloway picking up the 2nd foul. Loyola would certainly like to get him in foul trouble. And the shot missed. A lot of lucky breaks going towards Stillman's side. Loyola not really getting any of those. Easy baskets at the rim, not going in. All the threes in the world going in for the visitors. Merriweather out to Carter. 3-pointer missed. But offensive rebounding has been huge for the Tigers. 15th offensive board as Galloway puts in another one. Cameron. Aldridge. Got a defender on skates, and he's going to draw the foul. That one's on Carter. It's going to be his 2nd. Eddie Burgess is going to check into the game for the Wolfpack after this free throw. So Smith going to the bench. Second free throw. Good. Back to a 20-point contest. Wolfpack have to start stringing together some runs here if they want any chance of coming back in this one. And there's something to start it. Steal, fast break layup, Tim Cameron. That's a good outlet pass from big man Burgess. And a steal. 2 straight turnovers by Stillman, and this is how runs are started. Merriweather threw it over the head of his intended target. Reminds me somewhat of the football game we witnessed in New Orleans last Sunday. Burgess, it hit the leg of Trey Petty and goes out of bounds. E.J. Galloway's going to check out. You would think that'd be a good thing for the Wolfpack, but Roger Davis has also hit a few threes in this game. 10.7 boards, 2 of 2 from beyond the arc for the senior Davis. Tim Cameron's going to take it out. T.J. Smith and Eddie Burgess in at the same time. It's Cameron and Aldridge the only shooters. Here's Reitzel, and one again. Steals and turnovers leading to baskets, stopping the clock and collecting 3 points the old-fashioned way. Reitzel, it was a charge attempt by Petty. Or no, rather, it was Derek Finkley picks up his second foul. So Reitzel returns to the line. He's 5 for 9 at the free throw line in this game. He's got to improve those numbers if he wants to bring this team back. 15-point lead. It was certainly worse at one time. See if Wolfpack can continue doing well on defense. They got the bigs out of position. Not for long. It's going to be a tough mid-range shot, and it goes in for Merriweather. That's one thing you can't really stop. There's tough shots like that going in. It was a good defensive possession for about 25 seconds until that mid-range shot went in. Aldridge is open for 3. Oh, it's in and out. Tinsley Aldridge, after season highs in the last 2 games, can't buy a bucket in this one. He's 0 for 5. Finkley, 3 is no good. The rebound goes to Burgess, who ended up being the tallest man there. A lot of contact there, no foul called. And Aldridge will try to reset. He's going to drive, a mid-range shot goes in. If you can't hit from 3, you might as well drive in just a few feet. Slightly easier shot. Tim Cameron trying to get in the way. And it's turned over. Cameron poked it free. Now, Smith to the basket, good. And things are going well. They need to string a few more possessions like that together. But it's down to a 13-point deficit for Loyola. As a timeout is called by Stillman. Full timeout, 12 minutes, 5 seconds on the game clock. We're going to have this timeout, and then in a few seconds after that, media timeout. We'll be back from the Den on the Wolfpack Network, 64-51 Stillman. Back of the den where momentum seems to be favoring the Wolfpack right now. See if it continues. They're keeping that same lineup out there. About 4 arms came in front of the three-point shooter, and it didn't matter. Carter has 9 points on 3 threes. Smith on the outside. He drives into double coverage. Misses. Burgess puts it back, but no good. And things are going back to the way they were. Layups missed. Carter gonna get the mid-ranger. Missed. Good closeout from Eddie Burgess. I'm not sure if Carter could even see the basket at that point. Smith, good on the mid-range. That'll cut it back down to 14 points. Cameron almost got in the way of that one, and Carter threw it over to Coach Teasley. John Teasley in his 4th season as head coach of Stillman. Not wearing a jersey, but he has contributed to the success of this Tiger team. We'll be back. 67-53, media timeout, 10:37 on the game clock. Enough time for the Wolfpack to come back. We'll see if they can do it. We'll be right back. Loyola's still hanging around, a 14-point deficit in this one, 67-53 on the game clock. And Zach Reitzel with the ball. Different lineup in. Not a lot of shooting. Tim Cameron's the only one who's a plus 3-point shooter as Burgess. Ball was stolen away from him. Surprised Carter didn't pull up for 3 there. They'll take it back out. And that one almost thrown away, and it is. The referee is pointing in both directions. It's going to be Stillman ball. Almost a steal for the Wolfpack, which is what they're certainly trying to do. They got all the longest arms out there at the same time. That one rolls around and out. And a personal foul on Stillman. I thought that one was for sure going through the net. Instead, it'll be a rebound for Zach Reitzel. It's number 7 for him. Going on with 16 points. And 3rd foul on Derek Finkley, number 14. Cameron, a mid-range shot. No. And rebound, Stillman. Shot really early in the shot clock. They weren't really set in any sort of offense. As a timeout is called by Devin Merriweather. It was 30-second timeout just to get him outside of the trap. 4 timeouts remaining for Stillman, 3 for Loyola for the final 9:22 of the second half. We'll be back on the Wolfpack Network in just a bit. Back of the den, 10 seconds on the shot clock for Stillman. And they're going to try to get a good shot out of this, and they will. Ladarius Carter, three-pointer is in. Wolfpack, after 25 seconds of good defense, they let up an open three. Right to the Cameron. Still only one three-point shooter on the team. They're looking for defense right now. And they're going to get a tough time going to the basket. It's going to be a foul on Merriweather. He picks up his third. Oh, no, rather, Trey Petty with a third foul. Number 2 and 3 look very similar. Whenever the referee holds up 2 or 3 fingers. Cameron on the outside. He traveled. No, he stepped out, actually. Either way, a turnover. 10 turnovers on Loyola, 9 for Stillman, and they got to force a few more of those if they want to come back in this one. Running out of time. They're facing both Stillman and the clock. Trap on the outside. Finkley breaks it. Three-pointer Ladarius Carter, and that one missed. Stillman's bench. Premature celebration. As Reitzel goes to the cup and one. Great play from Reitzel to get ahead of the defense. And in transition, he gets fouled by Roger Davis. Zach Muller checking in for Miles Burns. Coach Holloway hoping that some of the offense he can provide will offset if there are any defensive lacking. But Muller's pretty athletic. Got a few steals and blocks, but he can also run an offense for a few plays a game. Derek Finkley with the ball right now. He got it away. Almost a foul on Burgess. He's out of the play right now, so ball is moving around. It's going to be a mid-range shot. Good by Darren Merriweather, and he's made a few tough shots in this one. It's back to a 16-point advantage. Zach Reitzel gets it into Cameron. Now Reitzel, Muller. He's open for a three, didn't take it. Smith. Drives, layup, good. Whew, long play. Ended up in 2 points. It's back down to 14. Smith's up to 10 points for the game. Three-pointer from Carter. He made another one. Ladarius Carter, 5 for 10 on his three-pointers. And still getting open for threes. Muller, Cameron. Now Muller thought about a three. Instead, he's going to take a mid-range. He missed, and you can't have that. Every shot, every possession, crucial right now. As we get to a timeout, 30 seconds from Coach Holloway. 7 minutes left in this one. Loyola needs a small miracle and a lot of defense and even more offense. Breitzel missed. Smith put it back in. Good job. Good timing from TJ Smith on the second jump. Down to a 15-point game. And there is a miss from Merriweather. A rare miss on a tough mid-range jumper. Cameron up and under and in. What a play from Tim Cameron. Check out the replay. Got by Carter, drew the foul, and still put it up. It's the second foul on Roger Davis, number 23. Cameron with a chance to cut it to just 12 points. Tim Cameron going to head to the line. And the senior from Norcross, Georgia, puts it in, cuts the deficit to 12 points. It's the closest it's been in a long time, since the first half. Finkley guarded by Muller. Loyola doing a good job of denying the ball inside. Carter on the three-point line. And it's going to be Merriweather, a miss. Now Cameron heading the other way. He's going to drive. Put one up and missed. Finkley got the board. Last few times he's put that one in, but missed a layup there. Stillman wasting some time. Similar to Loyola's strategy last night. That was travel not called, and a three-pointer missed. A foul that's not called, a lot of contact. As that one's put in, and a foul called on Cameron. Third foul for Tim Cameron. And one opportunity for Roger Davis. And a lot of contact was let go and a few rebounds there. Davis with a chance to put Stillman back up by 15 points and making this comeback effort even a little bit harder. It's an interesting shot. Didn't count. Before he shot, referees realized that was a dead ball, and it's going to be a media timeout. Under 6 timeout, 5:20 on the game clock, 77-63. We'll be back from the den. One last chance for the Wolfpack to come back. So Roger Davis first. Stillman coming back onto the floor to shoot one shot and complete the three-point play. Also back onto the floor for the Wolfpack is Andrew Fava, as Loyola needs a bunch of points in a hurry. Free throw just made it in the basket. So Zach Muller's going to handle the ball. See how this goes. Muller stepped out for a three, didn't take it. Now Reitzel gets it way over his head. Tried to find Andrew Fava, but it was stolen by Trey Petty. And a foul. Tim Cameron comes flying in, and he's going to pick up number 4. Two shots coming up for Trey Petty, number 3, and I believe Cameron's going to check out for Tinsley Aldridge. First free throw missed, and that's a gift to the Pack. Under 5 minutes to go. Second free throw, also missed. Huge break for Loyola. He needs all the breaks they can get. Reitzel's going to drive. And the foul again. How many times has Zach Reitzel drawn an and one opportunity? He just got past the defense. No one was paying attention. And so he's going to shoot more free throws. 7 for 11 at the line in this game so far. He's got 21 points. 6 of 10 from the field. Make that 7 of 11. And it goes in. So 7-11 from the floor. 8 for 12 from the free throw line. He's 20 points. And they've all been necessary. It's back down to a 12-point game. Stillman passing it back and forth. And a steal. Good job, Eddie Burgess. Aldridge going to the basket. Euro step. No good. No foul. And a wasted possession for Loyola when every possession is critical. Ball goes in, and a wide open alley-oop attempt for Roger Davis. Just under 4 minutes to go, and Wolfpack running out of time. Aldridge on the outside. He's going to drive, put up a mid-range shot, and it missed. Zach Muller tried to get it. It's going to be an offensive rebound for the Loyola, but time continues to tick. TJ Smith back in for Eddie Burgess after a few really good plays from the sophomore. Smith to Reitzel. Reitzel, Fava. And Fava's open. Three-pointer. No. Smith with the steal. No, he got in the way of the ball. But it wasn't turned over, and Stillman's going to have an opportunity to waste about 20 more seconds. There's a three for Ladarius Carter, and that goes in. That's probably going to do it. A dagger from Ladarius Carter. 3 minutes to go. And Stillman with a commanding 17-point lead. Aldridge with a little bunny jumper. 15-point lead. Just under 3 minutes to go in this one. And we'll take a timeout. We'll be back after the full timeout called by Coach Hollowell. Back of the den for the final 3-minute stretch. Full court press and a steal. Burns gets it to Aldridge. Smith lost it. Oh my goodness. Ball is going all around and Tinsley Aldridge got it blocked. What Loyola needs is a lot of steals. They got one, but they weren't able to convert on the other end. Merriweather gets it into Davis, and the basket is good. Back to a 17-point lead, and a foul. That's number 10 on Stillman, so Zach Reitzel is going to shoot 2 shots. It's also number 5 on Derek Finkley. And Stillman is short a player right now. Tamias Brand, number 0, is going to check in. A pretty good game for Finkley. Dished out 3 assists, 8 points, 5 boards. For Loyola, Zach Reitzel at the line right now. He's done all he could. Although these missed free throws killing the team. That's 7 points that they missed out on right there. Right, so with 22 points, 9 boards, 3 assists. As that one goes all the way out. And it's an offensive rebound. No points on the free throw trip. But they'll try to recover some here. Burns is going to take a 3. And he hits it. Miles Burns, 2 for 2 at the 3-point line. Wolfpack pressing again. And a foul. It's going to be on Zach Reitzel. That is his 3rd. As Trey Petty heads up to the line. 10 points for him. Wolfpack mostly kept him in check. He's not scoring his average of 25 points a game. But it's everyone else on the team decided to make up for it. Darius Carter and E.J. Galloway, the big story there. Combined 9 of 18 from beyond the arc. Well, 3 for 16. Or 4 for 17, I think. It's not going to do it. Not against a good team. 87-71. Zach Reitzel gets it to Tinsley Aldridge. No, that's Miles Burns. Burns got it to T.J. Smith. He got fouled. Hard foul. There's about a minute and a half left. It's going to be an and one opportunity for T.J. Smith, although pretty much out of time here. Smith misses. Body's hitting the floor, but no foul called. And a timeout. Stillman. We'll take a timeout with him. 87-73, a minute 30 to go in this one. We'll be back. 87-73. Stillman taking the ball out in the backcourt. Clock on their side. And ball thrown away. Wolfpack will take under their own basket. Zach Muller got free. He's going to give it to Burns. Burns puts it up and in. Back down to 12 points. Wolfpack tried to get a steal, but weren't able to. And there's a long pass. Tim Cameron was running the floor, maybe trying to get a chase down block, but he didn't. Reitzel, Muller puts it up and in. And a timeout from Coach Hollowell. That's his last one. We're going to take another break with a minute left. 89-75. And we will be back on the Wolfpack Network in just a little bit. They put 2 extra points up on the board for the Wolfpack because I was wondering why it was back to 14 points instead of 12. 89-77 as Andrew Fava picks up the foul. Fava wasn't really able to get going in this game. He was 1 for 5. Hit his 1 3-pointer, and that's it. This is a 1-and-1 for Trey Petty. And he hits the first. And he hits the second as well. Now back to a 14-point lead with a minute left. Muller, Fava, 3-pointer. That one goes in. Finally gets another one to go as Merriweather going to go to the line this time. 50 seconds on the clock. But no timeouts for Coach Hollowell, so that's probably going to play a factor. In all likelihood, this is going to be the second loss in conference play and overall for the Wolfpack. They'll get a chance on Tuesday to increase that conference record. Doubleheader at home. As that free throw missed, TJ Smith's going to have to run down the floor. And he gets to the Burns. 3-pointer. No. Burns. Smith. No. Miles Burns doing all he can. But a few misses are going to add up here. And that one missed. And a foul goes on Burns. Coming up for the Wolfpack, 7:30 on Tuesday, in just a few days. They'll take on William Carey, the only other team to beat the Wolfpack this season. As that free throw goes in for Trey Petty. One thing you can say about this team is that they never gave up in this one. They fought till the end. As Reitzel goes in, gets another layup. Reitzel's had an efficient game. As that foul's going to go on Zach. With Tomias Brand going to the line for 2 shots. Brand missed that one. A little too late, though. Teams were even in most categories tonight, other than rebounds and three-point percentage. 14 for 26. And that is pretty much the story of the game. All of the three-pointers that dropped. E.J. Galloway, Ladarius Carter combined for 9 for 18 from three-point range. 4 guys hit at least 2. For the Wolfpack, only 5 threes went down, 2 of them from Andrew Fava, 2 from Burns. Burns had 16 and 6. Reitzel led the way with 24 points, led all scorers, but it wasn't enough as the Wolfpack fall to 9-2 on the season, 4-2 in conference play. This is a tough conference. You mentioned it before. William Carey was the loss the other night. They'll come here on Tuesday at 7:30. Wolfpack will look to get back on track. They split the series between Stillman at home in what was 2 wildly different games. Wildly different. Wolfpack are going to end their season February 19th and 20th. They have a road series, the same sort of Friday, Saturday thing against Stillman. But until then, a lot to look forward to with this team. These were 2 of the best teams in the country tonight, and while one didn't shoot well, they still played pretty good ball. I enjoyed it. I'm Jason Quigley. I hope everyone at home joined it. Thank you for joining us. At least, if not tonight, then last night's game was pretty fun. Final score, 95-82. Stillman takes the victory, splits the weekend series 1-1 with the Pack. For everyone who helped out with the broadcast, Albert DuPont leading that way. I'm Jason Quigley. Thank you for joining us. So long from the Den. See y'all on Tuesday, 5:30 women's game, 7:30 men's game.